Let me ask you something personal. Have you ever walked into a room and forgot why? Struggled to get out of bed because your knees just didn't want to work that day? Or maybe, you've started to wonder if your best years are already behind you. I hate to say it, but you're not alone. In fact, by the time most people hit 85, nearly 80% are battling 3 or more chronic conditions: diabetes, heart problems, arthritis, memory loss, high blood pressure, you name it. Every day becomes a routine of pills, appointments, and just pushing through. And the scariest part? Most seniors don't even realize it's happening, until they're already sitting in a wheelchair, handing over the car keys, or asking someone else to help them with simple things they used to do on their own. You might feel like you're fading, like you're becoming invisible in your own life. And the world around you doesn't seem to expect much more than that. You're old, they say. That's just how it goes. But I'm here to tell you something that goes against everything you've probably heard. That's not how it has to be. I'm 92 years old, and I still drive. I still get up every morning with energy. I cook. I move. I think clearly. And here's the part most people find hard to believe. I haven't been sick, not even a cold, in over 20 years. Not because I'm lucky. Not because I've lived a perfect life. But because I've followed 5 simple habits, quiet, daily choices that most people ignore. And those 5 habits? They might just be the reason I'm still here, still thriving, and still independent. There are seniors in their 70s and 80s who are stronger now than they were in their 40s. They're not rare. They're just doing something different. Something most doctors never mention. Because here's the hidden truth no one tells you. Over 90% of seniors are never told that age-related decline is not guaranteed. New research from Stanford and Mayo Clinic shows that your body, yes, even now, can stay sharp, strong, and resilient if you follow the right daily habits. You don't need expensive treatments. You don't need hours in a gym. You just need to know what works. And today, I'm going to show you the exact 5 habits that changed everything for me, and could do the same for you. Let's start with the first habit that's kept me going strong, even at 92. It's simple. It costs nothing. But it works like magic. Number 1, morning mobility ritual. Every morning, before the phone rings, before I turn on the coffee pot, before the world has a chance to rush in, I give my body 5 minutes. Just 5. I sit up slowly, and I begin to move. Neck rolls. Gentle shoulder circles. Wrist turns. Ankle rotations. A few standing stretches while holding onto the edge of the bed. That's it. No sweating. No fancy routine. No equipment. Just movement. Because the truth is, your joints don't get stiff because you're old. They get stiff because you stop using them. According to Harvard research, seniors who move gently in the morning reduce their risk of falls by up to 40%. Think about that. One of the biggest dangers as we age, falling, can be nearly cut in half by moving your body first thing each day. And here's the part that most people don't realize: when you start your day with movement, your brain follows. Your mind wakes up. Your mood lifts. Your digestion improves. I don't do it to stay in shape. I do it so I can bend down to pick something up without holding my breath. I do it so I can turn the steering wheel without pain in my shoulder. I do it because when I move first thing in the morning, I own the rest of the day. 5 minutes. That's all it takes. You don't need to be flexible. You don't need to be strong. You just need to start. And once you've woken up the body, it's time to wake up the mind. Number 2, daily brain challenge. Now I know what you might be thinking: my brain just isn't what it used to be. But let me ask you something. When was the last time you really challenged it? Not just watching TV or scrolling through your phone. I mean, really put it to work. Every day, without fail, I give my brain something to chew on. Sometimes it's a crossword puzzle. Other days, I'll play memory games on my tablet. I've even spent time learning basic Italian, not because I need to, but because it keeps me thinking. And here's why that matters. According to the Alzheimer's Association, regularly challenging your brain actually builds new pathways, like backup routes in your mind, helping you stay mentally sharp and delaying memory loss. It's called cognitive reserve. And the more you build it, the more protection your brain has against decline. Think of your brain like a garden. If you ignore it, weeds take over. But if you tend to it, just a little each day, it grows, stays strong, and keeps giving back. That's what I want for you. I'm not talking about trying to be a genius. I'm talking about giving your brain enough curiosity and challenge each day to keep it alive and alert. You're never too old to grow. Never. And I promise you, the moment you start treating your mind like it still matters, it'll surprise you with how much it still can do. Now, let's talk about something we all do every single day. Eat. But here's the thing. At this age, food isn't just food anymore. It's medicine, or it's poison. Number 3, eating with intention, not perfection. I'm not here to tell you to cut out everything you love. I don't follow some strict, joyless diet. But I eat with intention. That means, every plate I build, every meal I prepare, I ask myself one simple question. Is this going to help me stay sharp? Or is it going to make me slower? I look for color. I fill my plate with deep greens, spinach, kale, broccoli. I add berries, blueberries, raspberries, things that stain your fingers and feed your brain. I throw in a handful of walnuts or a drizzle of olive oil, the good fats, the ones that keep inflammation down and memory up. You see, there's a pattern here. It's called the Mind Diet, developed by researchers who studied brain health in older adults. And it's been shown to lower the risk of Alzheimer's by up to 53%. Not by being perfect. Not by starving yourself. But by choosing wisely. Choosing food that fuels your brain, calms your heart, supports your joints. And still lets you enjoy your life. I still enjoy dessert. I still have a glass of red wine now and then. But I balance it. I crowd out the bad with more of the good. Because when your body feels nourished, your mind starts showing up differently too. You wake up lighter. You think clearer. You don't feel like you're dragging yourself through the day anymore, you feel like you're actually living it. And isn't that the point? We don't just want more years, we want better years. And that starts on your plate. Now, let's move to something just as important, but often forgotten. Number 4, social movement. Not just exercise. Social movement. I used to think going for a walk meant putting on my shoes and circling the block with a cane. And sure, some movement is always better than none. But the real magic? It happens when you move with people. I walk with friends. I stretch in group classes at the senior center. I joined a gentle Tai Chi class, not just to move, but to smile, to laugh, to connect. Because when you move your body alongside others, something else wakes up in you. Joy. And let me tell you, joy is medicine. According to the Blue Zone study, where they researched the longest living people in the world, seniors who stay socially active live up to 7 years longer. Not because of magic. But because of meaning. They move together. Cook together. Laugh together. That kind of connection reduces stress hormones. It improves immune function. It lowers the risk of depression, heart disease, even dementia. And more than anything, it reminds you that you're still part of something. Because isolation. That's the real killer. You can take all the vitamins in the world. You can walk 1,000 steps. But if your days are lonely, if no one knows your name, if no one shares your joy or listens to your stories, then something deep inside starts to shut down. So walk with a friend. Call a neighbor. Join a group, a class, a book club, a walking circle, anything. Don't just move your body. Move it toward other people. Because you weren't made to go through this chapter alone. Now we've come to the fifth habit. And if I'm being honest with you, this is the one that surprised me the most. It doesn't involve movement. Or food. Or even anyone else. Just your breath. Number 5, purposeful breathing. Now, don't roll your eyes. This isn't just about relaxing or some fancy meditation. This is about healing your nervous system with something you've been doing your whole life, but maybe never done on purpose. Every evening, just before bed, I sit quietly. I place one hand on my chest, and the other on my belly. I close my eyes. And I breathe. In through the nose, slow and deep. Hold for just a second. Then out through the mouth, even slower. 5 minutes. That's it. No music. No distractions. Just me and my breath. And here's the science behind it. According to Cleveland Clinic, slow, deep breathing like this lowers cortisol levels, slows the heart rate, and boosts immune function, especially in older adults. Your body is full of built-in healing systems. But in today's noisy, stressful world, those systems get jammed up, stuck in fight or flight. This kind of breathing flips a switch in your nervous system. It says, you're safe. You can rest now. You can heal. And night after night, breath by breath, I began to sleep better. My blood pressure dropped. My anxiety, that old nagging feeling of worry for no reason, it faded. And most surprising of all, I started waking up with more energy, even at 92. Because it turns out, it's not always about doing more. It's about doing the right things. 5 minutes of breathing. Not for your lungs. But for your peace. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to perform. You just need to be present. And I promise you, once you learn to control your breath, you'll start to feel like you have control over everything else, too. Even the aging process. Especially the aging process. So let's bring it back. 5 habits. Not 5 rules. Not 5 chores. Just 5 gentle ways to take back control of your body, your mind, your health, and your life. Start the day with gentle movement, not to exercise, but to wake up the parts of you that want to stay strong. Challenge your brain with something that makes it stretch, not strain. A puzzle, a new language, even a card game with a friend. That's mental challenge. Eat with intention, not perfection. Add color to your plate. Feed your brain, not just your hunger. Make movement social. Laugh while you walk. Dance a little while you stretch. Connection is as powerful as any vitamin. And end the day with deep, purposeful breathing, not just for sleep, but for peace. These 5 habits. They've kept me upright. They've kept me independent. They've kept me driving, safely, at 92 years old. Not because I've done everything right. Not because I've avoided hardship. But because I chose, every day, to take care of what I could. You don't need to start all 5 today. Just pick one. Just one. Pick the one that speaks to you most right now, and commit to it. Give it a week. See how you feel. Then maybe, try another. Because you are not too old to feel good again. And you are not done growing. Let me leave you with this. Growing older doesn't mean growing invisible. It doesn't mean sitting on the sidelines, watching life pass by through a window. It means growing deeper. More intentional. More present with the time you have, and the choices you make. You've made it this far. Through storms, through loss, through changes that would have broken most. So don't you dare believe for 1 second that your best days are behind you. No, they can still be in front of you. With the right habits, and the right mindset. You can keep your independence. You can feel strong in your body, sharp in your thinking, peaceful in your spirit. Aging is not a sentence. It's a season, and like every season, it holds beauty, if you know where to look. So now I want to hear from you. Which habit surprised you the most today? Is there someone in your life, a friend, a neighbor, a parent, who's defied their age in a way that inspired you? Share their story in the comments. Because when we speak about what's possible, it becomes more possible for all of us. And if you found even one thing in this video that gave you hope, or a spark, or a little push, then do me a small favor. Tap that like button. And make sure you subscribe to Thriving Age Tip. This is a place for people just like you, who still want to grow, still want to learn, still believe that life, even now, still has more to give. Remember, it's never too late to thrive. Not at 62. Not at 82. And not even at 92. I'll see you in the next one.